So I've got my my Diamir Vipec 12s. I just bought these yesterday at Escape Route in Whistler. Really confident about these bindings. The guy at Escape Route was really helpful in helping me pick these out. What I really like about them is their tech binding. One of the lightest tech bindings on the market, actually. They're actually only about a pound, so 550 grams, give or take, per binding. So that's about 2 pounds for the entire set for both bindings. As a din set toe, din set heel. Din goes all the way up to 12, releases at the toe, elastic travel in the toe, elastic travel in the heel as well. Makes it for a really good ski. I feel confident taking these not only in the backcountry and touring with them, but also taking them on in the resort and not having to worry about my toe being locked in. That is one thing that I've really been concerned about with regular tech bindings, is catching my tip on a small tree or something and my toe not releasing and blowing a knee, which nobody wants. Going to be mounting these on the Frontier Big Lahowski. I built these about a month ago with my friend Dirk in Calgary, and sort of with a friend of mine, gave him a little shout out there for the ski house in Thunder Bay. I'm going to be mounting these on the ski and skiing with the Pinnacle 130s that I bought at the ski house. The cool thing about these bindings is that they do come with all the mounting hardware. They don't come with templates, that kind of sucks, but they do come with all the mounting hardware that you need, screws and everything. So if you feel confident in mounting them yourself, you can certainly do that, but that's something that I don't really want to risk. And the other thing, I don't know if this really gets your fancy or whatever, but so these little plastic bits in the binding, you can change those out for different colors. So there you go. They come with black, and you can get purple and green and blue and whatever. So if that's something that you're into, and that'll make you buy or not buy a binding. Okay, so here we go. I've got the Vipex mounted on the Big Lahowski. And I've had about 10 days on them so far, so I've got a pretty good feel of how they work. I have had one toe release already. I had a pretty big crash and the toe popped out, so I was pretty happy about that. And all I had to do was literally just like pop it, push it right back into place. Saved my knee, I guess. So I have been touring on these. The Lahowskis are really light. The bindings themselves are also very light. They're about a pound each. So for a heel and a toe piece, it's about a pound with screws and brakes. So they come in, they say 600 grams. Yeah, so they tour very, very well. Typical tech toe, and a little bit different in the heel. The heel piece actually doesn't rotate like a Dynafit binding does. To get into tour mode, what you do is you see there's a black lever here, looks sort of like a traditional ski binding. You just push that down with your pole. You push that down, clicks in, and then what happens is when you step on the brake, it engages into this lock mode here. So the brake is up, and then you can freely tour. And then you have your first riser, so flat riser. First riser, I think that's 9 degrees, and then second riser, they say that's 13 degrees. And it's a little bit low. I found it for a couple of applications, but for the most part, it's quite good. And then to get back into ski mode, it's the exact opposite. So make sure your risers are out of the way. Lift up on your heel piece, and then your brakes engage, and you're ready to ski. On the toe, it's pretty similar to Dynafit. So you step in, and you're in ski mode. And then when you want to walk, you just give it one lift up on the toe piece. And you can see there it says walk. I actually don't tour in the walk mode. I tour in ski mode. The toe piece will release if you're in walk mode and you get stuck in an avalanche, or you have a bad fall. I prefer just to leave it in ski mode. I haven't had any problems with it. I've probably done 10 to 20 kilometers on these so far, and I really haven't had any problems. And then same as Dynafit, to get out of the binding, just push down, opens up. This is what engages the binding, so put that on. It's a little bit tricky. I'll show you here with the boot. It takes a little bit of getting used to line up the pins here with the boot, but once you get the hang of it, it works really well. Okay, so here we go. So we got the boot in the binding, and then again, to put it into tour mode, you remain with your heel down and you push back on the black lever. That puts the brakes into lock position, and then your heel is free. And if you want, like I said, I don't, but if you want, you can lift this lever up and put it into walk mode, but I don't typically do that. And then to put it back into ski mode, you simply lift your foot up, lift up on the back lever, the brakes engage, and then you can step back into the binding. So overall, I give I'm pretty happy with the binding. Happy that my knee hasn't been tweaked, and they're really light, tour really well, and yeah, no complaints. So for $600, it's probably worth it. You want to save a couple $100 and just buy regular Dynafits, you can, but you know, I have heard stories of guys breaking their legs, blowing their knees, and you know, whatever else. So the nice thing about these is, like I said, if you catch your tip on a tree, the toe piece will release, and you'll be safe. So